Shalom. First off, I'd like to give it all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Yahweh, who the world didn't really calls God, in the name of Yahweh Shai, who the world didn't really calls Jesus Christ. Second, I'd like to give a double honor to the apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, who grew well, who continue to teach us this truth, and a salutations to you, Akim, out there doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, sincerely. All right, the name of this glass of milk, number 16, is riches cannot save you. All right, riches, money, fame, fortune, all these things. All right. Although they may seem nice from the outside, at the end of the day, they're a frivolous pursuit. They're a meaningless pursuit. And why is that? They're a meaningless pursuit because ultimately, the Lord does not require a price to save you. The Lord does not require a certain net worth for you to be valid for salvation. You understand? The Lord doesn't require these things. He doesn't require anything for salvation other than faith. All right? But in terms of monetary value, worldly monetary value, the Lord doesn't require worldly monetary value. The Lord just wants you to have faith and to believe and trust in Him. All right? Which is something that a lot of you people who have a lot of money in the world, who have fortune in the world, you're gonna struggle with. You're gonna struggle with this idea. All right? Because ultimately the Lord, it doesn't care how much money you have. He doesn't care how much Grammy nominees you have or how much millions you have in your bank account, because when the Lord comes back, all right, when it's the time of salvation, when it's the time of Jacob's trouble, these riches aren't going to matter. All right? So our main focus should never be, as men of the Lord, our main focus should never be to try to get rich or to try to you know go above and beyond and build a fortune in this place, because we understand that this place is going to be burnt up. This place is going to be destroyed. This place is going to be destroyed utterly. So there is no actual point to trying to be rich and build fortune, because this place is going to be destroyed, man. This place is going to be destroyed. And having all those riches isn't going to save you. It's not going to provide salvation. It's not going to give you, it's not going to get you on these chariots. The ticket to your chariots is going to be your faith, all right? Your faith and your endurance in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right? Your chariot ticket isn't going to come because you're going to buy one. You're going to buy it. Salakia. So without further ado, let's get into the scriptures. This is Proverbs 11 and 28, and it says, "He that trusteth in his riches shall fall, but the righteous shall flourish as a branch." All right? So he that trusteth in his riches is going to fall, always. All right? If you trust in riches, you're going to fall. Why? Because you're trusting in something that another man can take from you. All right? A perfect example is these celebrities, man. These celebrities have all this money. They have all this so-called fortune, all this so-called money. But then all they need to do is have the so-called white man, all the so-called white man has to do, rather, is charge that person of tax evasion, and now all of a sudden, this person has no money. You see? That's how the so-called white man does, man. It's exactly how the so-called white man does. And with that little trump card, the so-called white man can wipe your bank account. He can wipe all your accounts based on tax evasion. That's one of the many scams the so-called white man has. All right? This is Proverbs chapter 11, verse 4 through 5. It says, riches profit not in the day of wrath, but righteousness delivereth from death. Exactly, man. Riches profit not in the day of wrath. So riches aren't going to save you in the day of wrath, man. In the day of judgment, riches aren't going to save you. There's going to be no pleading with the Lord and saying, "Hey, Lord, I got $1.5 million in the bank, man. Take it." The Lord doesn't want your money. All right? The Lord wants your devotion. The Lord wants your faith in Him. He wants your trust in Him. That's the true currency for the Lord right there, man. That is the true currency for Yahweh Bashem Shai. It says, the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way, but the wicked shall fall. But the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. All right. So it says, it says the righteousness of the perfect shall direct his way. Exactly, man. The righteousness of the perfect, all right, um, shall direct his way, man. So ultimately, trying to be righteous, trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your abilities, man. You're trying to do the work of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of your abilities. That's what's going to get you to the kingdom. That's what's going to get you onto those chariots, man. All right? It says, but the wicked shall fall by his own wickedness. But the wicked is going to fall by their own wickedness. Why? Because the wicked has no interest in following the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. The wicked have no interest in trying their hand at praising Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. The wicked just have one objective, and that objective is to do as they please and not as they were instructed. All right? When I'm talking about the wicked in that instance, I'm talking about you 2/3 of our people. All right? 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans and the people that descend from them, man. Because the actual wicked, the so-called white man, he has no room for salvation, man. There is no room for salvation. There is no salvation for him. All right? This is Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14 through 18, and it says, the great day of the Lord is near, it is near, and hasteth greatly, even the voice of the day of the Lord. The mighty man shall cry bitterly, all right? So the day of the Lord is going to be a very scary, all right, violent thing, all right? That even the mighty man of the Lord is gonna cry bitterly in that day. It says that day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. All right, so the scripture is describing what the day of the Lord is going to be like, man. It says a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness. All right, so that's what the day of the Lord is bringing onto you people, man, and onto everyone, onto the earth, man. That's going to be a day of judgment. It says a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers. All right, so the Lord has a bone to pick with you governments, man, and you world leaders. And when the Lord comes back to cast judgment on this place, man, you people are gonna be the first ones, man. And they go in chains. It says, and I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. See, so these men are going to be walking like blind men out here, man. It says, because they have sinned against the Lord, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as dung. Exactly, man. There's going to be a lot of bloodshed out here. Blood is going to be spread out here. It's going to be so widespread, it's going to be like dust. And these bodies are going to be cast out like garbage. It says, neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make an even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land. Exactly, man. So this man, all right, these people, rather, that think that they're going to save themselves with their riches, they're going to save themselves with their resources. They're going to bring they're going to buy a bunker, or they're going to do this, or they're going to do that. Guess what? Ultimately, the Lord is going to still get you, man. He's going to make a speedy riddance of all you people, all you wicked people who are out there thinking that your riches is going to save you, man. The only thing that's going to save you is the Lord himself, man. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 19 through 20. It says, lay not up for your treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. Exactly, man. So the riches that we should be focused on are these riches in heaven, man, not these riches upon the earth. Because like I said earlier, the riches that you have upon the earth can always be taken away, all right, through thievery or through unrighteous decrees. But also, these riches, they're corruptible. All right, these are riches that are corruptible. All right, they're tangible. So they're corruptible. They can be destroyed. They could be, if you get a nice car, let's say I got a Bugatti. Well, at the end of the day, that Bugatti's still made out of every material that a car is made out of. So as time goes on, it's gonna rust. All right, you might have a nice house, but at the end of the day, that house is still going to have problems because it's a physical thing that's in this world, man. I'm not saying that those things are bad. I mean, maybe striving to get a Bugatti isn't the best thing ever, but having a nice car, having a good place to stay is not a wicked thing. But making it your all in the making it an imperative thing is not good. Making it your sole purpose in life, man. The scriptures say that our duty as men is to believe, all right, and to trust and to follow the commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's it. It says, lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth where moth and rust doth corrupt and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven. All right, so these treasures in heaven, man, doing the work of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, praying, fasting, all right, trying to get close to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. These are all the things that we need to do in order to really dial in and be in the same vibration as Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. These are the things that we need to do, man. These are the things that are gonna count. Those are the spiritual currency that we're putting into our spiritual savings account. All right, and no one can take those away from you. All right, it says this is Psalms chapter 46 verse 6 through 10, and it says, they that trust in their wealth and boast themselves in the multitude of their riches, none of them can by any means redeem his brother, nor give to God a ransom for him. Exactly. So these people who boast in their riches and have this money or have this much money, have this much riches, at the end of the day, they can't save anyone. They can't save anyone. They can't give anyone. They can't deliver anyone from death. You know? They can't give that money to the Lord and have the Lord, take the money and be, oh, okay, I'm gonna take care of your brother now because you've paid me $250,000 to do so. That's not how it works. It says, for the redemption of their soul is precious and it ceaseth forever. All right? So the redemption of someone's soul is more precious, man. For them to be spiritually redeemed, that's what's more precious unto the Lord. It says, and it ceaseth forever, that he shall live forever and not see corruption. In other words, if he's living forever, what does that mean? It means that this person has stopped sinning. All right, because sin is the wages. Sin, the price of sin is death. The wage of sin is death. It says that he shall still live forever and not see corruption. For he seeth that wise men die like the fool, and the brutish person perish and leaveth their wealth to others. Exactly. So the wise man may die, right? But ultimately, the wise man really does live forever. Why? Why does the wise man live forever? All right. In a sense, the wise man is going to live forever because when all these things break loose, when all hell breaks loose, all right, these people who died in the faith, man, they're going to be the first to return. They're going to be part of the elect. All right. And they're truly going to be living forever. They're truly going to live forever, man. They're going to be part of that governing body. All right? They're not going to see that second death. It says, likewise, the fool and the brutish person perish and leave their wealth to others. But these people who make wealth and money their sole purpose, at the end of the day, what? They're going to leave their wealth to others. That money is going to be left to others, man. That money isn't going to do anything for them. Except maybe, it's going to literally do nothing for them because at the end of the day, they're dead. That money isn't going to save anyone. That money isn't going to do anything. All right? So, hey, man, this was a glass of milk. Number 16, a very simple one, man. Riches cannot save you. All right? So I like to give an all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai. All right? Double honors to the apostles and others of the great millstone who rule well, who continue to teach us this truth. And salutations to you all came out there doing the work of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushai sincerely. All right? And until next time, shalom.